Hi everyone, welcome to the Tuesday's edition of Shagalinku TV. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and we're still in Mina. Sorry, I'm in a noisy place. I'm in one E3 joint, so it's a public place, so the noise is a bit deafening. But just manage with us. I hope you all can hear. Okay, today's program we'll be looking at a few things here and there. For those of you who've seen the flyers, we're looking at effective strategy for advancing vaccine culture in Nigeria and all over the world, because we seem to also understand that there's vaccine hesitancy, a lot of myths and beliefs, and all of that. And that's why we're bringing our guests to join us today. We're having with us Haydar, a digital rights defender and a global citizen. And I also have Joy Baiye. She's a communication coordinator, Search for Common Grounds. And Ola will be joining us later on in the program as time permits. But let me bring they say ladies first. So let me bring Joy to tell us a little more about herself and what she does. And then we'll talk about it. Hello, Joy. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay. Sorry we had to drag you out. I know you have a reflection meeting going on in
Yeah,
Search for
yeah.
Common Ground, so we truly appreciate. Yeah. So tell us more what you do, and then we'll talk about a topic of discussion, looking at effective strategy for advancing vaccine culture. But first of all, let our viewers get to know you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Joy Baiye. Like you've introduced, I'm the communications coordinator for Search for Common Ground Nigeria, and I handle everything related to communications in Search for Common Ground Nigeria. And also, we have a project ongoing called Working Together Against Corona. On this project, I handle the rumor and information management, where we track rumors across COVID-19 and we try to address these rumors on COVID-19 using our media programming to address this program rumors using social media content to address these rumors. So basically, in a summary, this is what I do, and I enjoy what I do, and I'm happy to be here to also share more light on things that interest me and on something that I've worked on for the past 12 months on the Working Together Against Corona project. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm happy you mentioned the rumor aspect of it all. And before I bring Hamzoz, a lot has been happening even before the COVID pandemic. We've had women who weren't able to access contraceptives because there were rumors that it was going to make them infertile and all of that. So take us through some of the things you saw when you were working on this rumor mix and all of that. Then we'll bring Hamza to also talk to us.
Okay, thank you. On this project, we've tracked rumors have that can create conflict or that can cause dangers in one way or the other. And rumors that have to do with women, the way we've addressed these rumors is that we've used radio jingles, and also we had a toll-free line that was set up, and we've received a number of calls from women, particularly on the toll-free line, where they vent out some of these rumors, and we try to give them the credible information about those rumors. So one thing that have really worked in countering these the rumors about use of contraceptives on COVID-19 is having a one-on-one engagement with these women. So women that believe in such rumors have called us. A few of them have called us on our toll-free line, and also we've tried to use our radio talk show to address some of these concerns, use some of our jingles to address some of these concerns, have social media posts and posted by social media influencers to address some of these concerns. But one of the successful method, like I mentioned as I was talking, is using the toll-free lines, because they call us directly and we'll tell them, no, this is the right information, and we'll direct them to the credible source of information that is countering that misinformation. So this is basically what we've done, and over time, I think I've seen that particular misinformation reduced over time, and women are beginning to accept some of these things, and Some of them convinced to take the vaccine, and some of them are saying, no, I will still have the vaccine because of some of the things I've heard. And some of these rumors actually take time for it to fizzle out. So you have to keep talking to them, keep engaging them, knowing what their perception is over time. Then you now be able to see what changes has happened. So you can't rush them into changing their perception. You have to gradually follow them up. So the ones that followed up on the toll-free line is a gradual thing. First of all, debunk the rumors. Secondly, follow them up to see if they've been able to move from that perception to the current perception on that information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joy. I'm going to be bringing in Hamzoz to tell us his own side. Hamzoz is a digital rights defender and he's done a couple of work in all of this. Hamzoz, are you worried that the government is now also using digital technology to enlighten people about issues surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic? Because up to now, aside even people accepting vaccine, people still have rumors, myths about it all, and they tell you if you take it, you'll become a zombie and all that. Is the government doing enough to sensitize the public world over about this whole thing? What do you think about that, Hamza?
Yeah, hello, my friend Emmanuel. First of all, thank you for you and to the Shaklango TV team for the hosting. I think this is my first time with you, my second time with you. So thanks for that and for this opportunity. I think online shows like these talking about the effective of vaccine culture in in the global level and in Nigeria level, it's very important to continue that. I don't have numbers about Nigeria, but when you invited me, I start doing some research about the situation and in Nigeria. So what I want to deliver that data is very important as a key and for as a strategy tool you can use to learn more about the vaccine, about the issue. And I want to share here. I don't know if I can share my screen, but let me see. Yeah, can you see my screen now?
I'm yet to see anything on the screen. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm sharing my
Um,
screen about Nigeria, some statistics
okay.
from Reuters, and based on the population, I think the population in Nigeria around 200 million, and we see that uh, January was the one of the peaks time of infection, and to reach the safest rate for vaccine based on the numbers we have here says that Nigeria has administered around 3 million doses of COVID vaccine so far, and based on that number, it's of course it will be it's around it's 1% of the population. It's or maybe less than that. So based on that, Nigeria needs around 200, 615 days more to administer enough doses for for another 10% of the population. So imagine to reach 10% of the population, you will need around 2 years, 2 more years of pandemic, of lockdown, life restricted to reach just 10% of the population. And all that it's based on the numbers we have. And to change that, it's easy. How it's by just taking the vaccine or keep wearing mask if you don't believe about the vaccine. Just keep wearing mask until we have everyone safe. So what I'm trying to tell that data numbers is very important as a key to build your strategy on social media and to build and to see what's happening. what we have in Iraq, let's compare, because I'm originally from Iraq, and also we have almost, I don't want to say the same number, but same percentage. We have also around 1% or less of the population, they are taking vaccine. Still, people believe in fake news and believe in conspiracy theory about the vaccine. So there is like similar culture, let's say, between Nigeria and Iraq, and that's related to many factors. And one of the issue I can say, it's two things. First, it's a community responsibility. Uh, we, the people, and second, the government. And why I mention the government here, because I surprised that government still restrict access to information to people. And what's happening in Nigeria, that Twitter platform, as an example, banned in Nigeria. And this is will limit the resources, will limit the access to the information by people to learn more and to gain more information about the vaccine. So I think um, lifting the restrictions on social media platforms will be good to deliver more information and to fight fake news and rumors on these platforms.
Okay, thank you, Hamzoz. I'm going to bring Joy back now. And this is to also tell everyone watching us, please do share the link so that others can join us. And if you have a question for our guests or comments, the comment section is there. And drop your comments for our guests, and they'll be responding to them. Let me bring back Joy now. Search for Common Ground has been doing a whole lot in terms of peace building, human rights, women empowerment, peaceful coalition, and all that. And I know it became a bit saddening for a search for common ground with the pandemic. In your research about the rumor issue, how were you able to also begin to change the narrative? Because it's still shocking that people still don't believe or realize that there's anything called COVID. Some have said that it's gone, and then you find people just do things unassumingly. So, what has been the challenge before we even talk about some of the benefits that you've had in search?
Yeah, like I said during the brief response I gave initially, getting behavioral change is a process. And for you to push in the right behavioral change, there are certain behavioral insights you have to inject into the system. And if this is not injected into the system, it will take time. So the COVID-19 pandemic was a whole new thing for Nigeria. And the strategy in which we used at first in trying to relate the pandemic to Nigerians was not, I would say the strategy was not too, it was not localized. So you can have people in the urban space quickly, get to understand, oh, okay, this is a new pandemic. So what of the person in that local community? How did they get to understand that, oh, this is what the pandemic is all about? So this is one key challenge that has happened over time. And compared to when we started working together against the Corona project last year, now I can tell you with all confidence that there's good number of people that have accepted that COVID-19 is real. Search for Common Ground have been to core communities across 12 states on this project. And in those local communities, initially they didn't accept that COVID-19 was real, but after our engagement, they said, oh, okay, fine. They've had people come to their communities to break it down to them. So they now understand that, okay, this is not just something we're hearing on TV, or this is not just a sickness that is meant for the white man, or this is not just a sickness that we felt is a punishment from God, or this is not just a disease we felt was pushed out by 5G. These are all the
So we're still waiting for Joy. I think Joy went up there. So Joy, we can have you back when you come. let's have Hamzoz coming now. Hamzoz, you've heard Joy talk a little about all that, but if you can see your screen, I'd like you to read the message from one of our viewers in Nigeria, and then you respond to it. Hamzos, could you read the message from Ofwani Praise? It's on the screen. If you can read it and then you respond to it. Yeah.
Okay, the message, the comments that on screen now.
Yes.
Okay, so the message says, "Greeting, Empire. Well done to your guest. Our government is doing little or nothing in sensitize the populace on vaccine intake with regards to COVID-19. As we speak, the vaccine are not available in most of health facilities. How can our government be more proactive in this regard?"
Okay, and you have a response to that before I bring Joy to
Yeah,
continue
I
in
mean,
our conversation.
yeah, I mean, as I said, I put two responsibility. It's not government responsibility only. It's our people, the community, we, the people, responsible also for that. So for this comment, of course, it's government responsibility to provide more vaccine to the people, and it should be transparent. That's very important. How they distribute the vaccine. We don't need the vaccine only for officials people or some special families. We see some countries they sell the vaccine, and that's even not ethical during the pandemic. So it's very important to have a transparent policy and strategy to distribute the vaccine. In Iraq, as an example, we have a platform, a website you can register, and they put you on an appointment to go and take the vaccine. But at the same time, there is no transparency how they distribute these vaccines. In Iraq, we have, I guess, three vaccines types. We have the Pfizer, we have AstraZeneca, and we have I don't remember the name of the vaccine, but it's from China. So as I know, there is three vaccines in Iraq, and based on what I see, there is a high demand on a specific a vaccine on another, like on Pfizer more than the Chinese or the AstraZeneca vaccine. But in general, there is vaccine available in some of health facilities. The issue we have here that there is no people coming to the health facilities for different reasons. Maybe because, as I said, rumors, and still some people they don't believe in that vaccines effective. I will share some experience from United States of America as an example. One of the fastest countries in distributing the vaccine. We see that now people more open. Like I see many stores, big stores, many big events now putting X on a sign says mask required. Mask become now not mandatory, become an option for people to go inside without wearing a mask. And that's what we are looking for the whole world, to remove all the mask and back to our life. And to do that, two things: take the vaccine or keep wearing the mask until the pandemic over. It's easy.
Okay, thank you very much, Hamza. So I will bring in, I think Joy is back now. So let's bring in Joy. Joy, you can see some of the comments there on the screen. Hamza has replied to some of them. So if you have a comment for that, you can also reply and respond to them, and then we'll go on. I'm trying to Joy, can you hear me? I'm trying to add
I
you
can hear
up,
you very
but
well.
oh, okay, fine. So just respond to the comments. Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing a comment saying that our government is doing a little or nothing in sensitizing the populace on the vaccine. I would say that I won't say the government is doing nothing, but the government needs to do more. And in pushing out messages about the vaccine, the government needed to have started earlier. I think that is where it was missing, for you to start educating people on what the vaccine is all about and what the vaccine will do. If the education would have started earlier, that would have pushed down the infodemic we're having around the vaccine. So the government is doing a lot, but they need to do more, and they need to localize some of this campaign. We need to learn to use community leaders to reach their community members. We need to use religious leaders to reach their followers. So in pushing out vaccine acceptance, we need to involve trusted messengers. We have to involve trusted messengers to build credibility. So who are the trusted messengers? Who do people trust? Who do Mr. A trust? Who do Mr. B trust? So you're using their trusted messengers to build credibility. So using trusted messengers to share your experience with people in different communities increase vaccine intake rates. So if we want people to take this vaccine, we would have said campaigns earlier, first of all, in trying to make people understand what
Okay,
before
Joy's
them that was
network
on saying
has
that this vaccine myself, I can see. Okay, are we back now?
go on. Yes, you
Okay,
went off before.
so
Yeah.
that would have pushed away the infodemic around the vaccine if we would have started the vaccine campaign very early enough. So we would have started educating people about what vaccine does in the body, what vaccine is all about. So people would have had the understanding of what vaccine is all about. And that infodemic of trying to say, or misinformation that was saying that the vaccine will change your genotype, the vaccine contains a magnetic chip, the vaccine is meant to reduce
Will make
population
people
of
zombie.
Africans. Yes, and all that. So if only people understand what vaccine was all about, it should have reduced the misinformation that is out there. So where I will talk about the government is that not that the government is not doing enough, but we didn't start early. We already allowed the infodemic to push into people before we started trying to correct it, which will take time. So when we want to push out vaccine, new vaccine for that matter, on a situation that people are still trying to understand, people are still trying to understand what COVID-19 is all about, then all of a sudden, push, there's a vaccine. Of course, there'll be that confusion and there'll be that layback from people. They won't want to accept because they've not even accepted that there's COVID-19 in the first place, and all of a sudden there's a vaccine. So people would have been educated, break it down to in a form that they will understand, using people that are trusted messengers to build that credibility in people. We're supposed to localize our campaigns, take campaigns to local communities, break it down, educate them on what vaccine does in the body. But all of a sudden, we just saw COVID vaccine is out. What is the COVID vaccine meant to do? So what I would say is that not the government was not doing enough, but the government was not educating people on what COVID-19 is all about and what effective strategy in making COVID-19 culture or effective strategy for advancing vaccine culture in Nigeria is people need to be educated properly. People need to be taught on what a vaccine can do. People need to understand the process of vaccines, why vaccines are developed.
Okay. Um, okay. Joy has gone off again.
People to
So let me
just wake
bring.
up and
Okay.
ask the process of understanding what vaccine is all about. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Joy. So many text messages there. Please, if you're watching us right now from across the world, please share this video, drop your comments, and we'll be reading them. Our guests also will be responding to them. I've got Joy here from Search for Common Grounds, and I've got Hamzoz, who is a global rights defender, and they'll be responding to your messages. Joy and Hamzoz, let me take a few messages here, and then you can also respond. I got this one here from Ikenna Ugu. It says, "This is Ikenna Ugu joining from Enugu State. Thank you for organizing this important conversation." And this other one here is from Danny Hart in Mina, Niger State. It says, "Greetings, Ambassador, and to the guests. Yes, what I think the government should do is firstly educate the society on how important it is to take the vaccine. But the question is, what would the masses think about taking the vaccine?" Okay, so I'll take one more message. Just keep your thoughts, Hamzos and Joy, so that you can respond to any of them, any of the comments. This is from Rita Chinyere. It says, "I am Rita Chinyere, joining from Enugu, Nigeria." And then another one here is from Ofwani Praise. It says, "Thanks to your guests in the house. Great job, Ambassador. I have heard people say they will never be vaccinated due to religious and social beliefs. How can these beliefs be demystified? I feel we need more sensitization." Okay, so let me come to Hamza to start. Any of the questions or comments on the screen that you feel like responding to, please do, and then I'll bring Joy to also respond to some of them. So Hamza, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Emmanuel. So I will comment on Ovani comments about people still not vaccinated due to religious and social beliefs, and that's happening same everywhere, even in United States or in Iraq. But the percentage is different, from community to community, and that's based on many factors. As I said, the trust between people and the government. Sometimes I don't trust government even if they are telling the truth, and there is no trust between the people and the government. There is no effective response will be from the community. That that's not. There is no solution for that. This is ongoing time to build the trust between government, and with the shutdown of Twitter, this will increase the gap between the people and the government. Second, about the, as I said, it's a community responsibility, not just government. So all religious, all social beliefs, I don't think so. There is a religion, a one religion says to hurt yourself, to put yourself and the soul you have responsibility to protect your soul and to protect your lovers, because your mother loves you, your brothers love you, your family, your kids. So there is no religious says put yourself in dangerous and or in danger and to hurt yourself by not wearing a mask or not taking the vaccine. So, as I said, there's mislead people to use fake news, rumors, and they put the religions as a source for that because people afraid to talk about religious conversation and religious topics. Um, Maybe because they don't have a deep knowledge about this knowledge about this religion, or as I said, the religion said that's it. It's a 100% correct. So we need to um, dig on that and fact checking and doing more and sharing more information and fight the rumors. And your online TV initiative and all the people's, even a small comment, it's important to keep educating people because we need our life to back to basic normal, I can say, because there's no like a really normal life. Normal lives means healthy people. Normal lives means happy people. Normal lives mean people they are educated, clean water, good electricity, etc. But let's back some of the basics lives we have by just keep sharing about the vaccine. And we see that most advanced country like United States, European countries, they are taking the same vaccine you are taking in Nigeria, the same vaccine you are taking in Iraq. So all the global population, uh, they are taking the same vaccine. So there is no a conspiracy theory behind what's happening in this world. And we see that the people who is taking more vaccine, they are getting their lives back, like what's happening in the Kingdoms, or what's happening in the United States right now. As I said, before 2 days, we have the 4th of July. Millions of American people, they go outside, outdoor activities without wearing the mask. It's very happy moment to see that since the pandemic, since 2 years, and we have more to do. So that's why we need to take vaccine to get our lives back as soon as possible, unless we need to wait. As we see based on the numbers, we need to wait more than maybe 30 years to get the safest rate of the vaccine to keep everyone healthy. And we don't know, the virus is developing, and maybe we will not succeed to fight it again by using the current vaccine.
Yeah, thank you very much. So let me bring Joy to talk about demystifying. Someone said something about demystifying um, some of these things. I know Hamzoz has replied to that, but if you still want to say something on this, you can. And then another person, I think Danny had also talked about, but the question is, what would the does masses think about taking the vaccine? So, Joy, which of these comments would you like to respond to?
Okay, thank you. Like I've said over and over again, what we have to do is to involve trusted messengers to build credibility. How do we do this? We use the religious leaders to talk to their followers. We use the youth leaders to talk to the youth. We use community leaders to talk to the community members. So these are strategies that have to be put in place because people listen to people they trust. So since we're having the issues of trust in government in Nigeria, is a process of getting Nigerians to begin to trust the government. So we're still on that ladder, we're still climbing it, and it will take time. So for now, what we have to do is to use the localized structure. So look into communities, look into different spheres. Who are the people they trust in their localized place? Who are the people they actually listen to hear credible information? Use those people to pass this information to them. Then gradually you begin to see the behaviors of people changing. But we stay on TV and we just talk, we stay on radio and we just talk. This will not change the dynamics. This will not change what is ongoing. But if we use a community leader of community A, who they listen to so much to talk to them and educate them, there is every probability for them to listen and their behavior around accepting a vaccine will change. If we use a religious leader who people gather to listen to their religious leaders, either in the mosque or in the church or whichever religion the people actually practice, and use their leaders in talking to them, these are leaders that they listen to. When a leader tells them, don't do this, you see them listening to them. So use those trusted messengers to build credibility. Use those trusted messengers to effect the behavioral change we want to see in people. So that's why sometimes you see some information people want to push across. They're looking for celebrities to give them that information to push across because you know, okay, fine, they want to listen to this celebrity. Oh, I'm a fan of Two-Face. If Two-Face can say this thing, that means it's true. That means it's correct. So you have to be able to build on the emotions and on the minds of people. Use what they trust, who they trust to push out that message. When we begin to see the changes we want to see over time about the vaccine, will begin to happen. So that is it from me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You talked about that. Joy, I would also like you to bring the woman and human angle to this. A lot of times when things happen, the women and young girls suffer more, whether in terms of pandemic, in terms of crisis, in terms of climate change. Women are always in the receiving end, and they become caregivers even when they didn't prepare for it. So, as Search for Common Grounds is also engaged in this whole activity, what are some of the things you think women can be sensitized so they also prepare themselves for future occurrences? It may be something else next time. How do we begin to phantom and put in the women factor into things to empower them so that when things like this happen, they will be able to stand on their feet.
Thank you very much. Helping people, let me put it this way, making women or giving attention to women from the beginning of a situation is very important. When you look at let's use the pandemic as an example now, and most of the misinformation around the vaccines that has pushed out, how many are even about the men? Maybe you heard people tell you, once a woman take the vaccine, it will change your system from you can't have babies. I've had vaccine of saying if you take the vaccine, you can't see yourself having normal menstruation. So sometimes most of these things are targeted towards women. So that's the fall back to initially when we're trying to educate people on things. Our education should be broad. It should cover um a lot of space. So build people's mind to it and say, okay, fine, this will not do this will not having women in mind from the beginning. I think we need to get to that point in Nigeria where we have to always give attention to females. And when you look at it, the COVID-19 and lockdown, who was affected the most? Most women were affected. We've had issues of rape being reported. We've had issues of women suffering at home because they can't even go out to struggle, they used to struggle to make money, and the men are not even available to support them. So women suffer mostly from every situations that happen in the country. So we have to learn to design strategies from the beginning to pay attention to women, not because everybody is not important. Each and every one of us is important. And if you empower the woman, mind you're also empowering the home, you're empowering everybody. So once the woman have enough information, and if we can have close contact with women, begin to empower women. Like now, on the issue of the vaccine, if only we have closed section where we're going to trying to make women understand what the vaccine is all about, the woman will go back and educate her child. And the child will understand, okay, this is what vaccine is all about. The woman will go back and educate the next woman in the next house. The woman in the next house also go about and educate her own child. So that way the information is circulating the space. So the earlier we begin to also put women into the strategy to understand that part of the people we need as trusted voices for us are women. When women speak, even the men listen because they were better by women. So we need to learn to engage women in at every sphere of whatever we want to do as a government. When people did not understand what COVID-19 was all about, if only the women understand what COVID-19 was all about, they can teach the little child, oh, COVID-19 is about this, is about that, is about that. So in programs, we need to learn to target women, because when we target women and push the right information to women, it will go a long way in helping to what? Solve some of all these issues that are trying to ravage our country on COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joy. Let me come to Hamzos now. Hamzos, you do a lot of digital rights, human issues. So, what, in your words, are the best ways citizens can begin to come together to also, phantom a few unity together? Because I still realize that a lot of myths, rumors, and all that are usually being perpetrated by the citizens themselves. I know government isn't also playing too many roles, in dissemination of information and all that. But a lot of rumor peddlings, a lot of myths are being fueled within the citizenship. So how do you think we can move ahead? The damage has been done, a lot has happened, but how do you think we can now bridge that gap and move ahead?
Yeah, thanks, Emmanuel. So we talked about government responsibility, about making the vaccine available to everyone, and there is a transparency when it comes to the distribution, and the vaccine should be free for everyone and accessible for everyone, and even the information should be accessible to everyone. No platforms blocked. This is should how to be. So let's talk about our roles and the citizen. I think everyone should share his or her story on social media. It's very important, especially who take the vaccine, because usually maybe I don't trust the government, I don't trust a news agency, I don't trust a political party. But when I see my favorite, my best friend or my favorite actor or an influencer that I love and I trust him or I trust her, and I see him or her taking the vaccine, sharing her experience, the positive experience, then I will follow the lead. So that's why there's a responsibility for these actors, influencers on social media to share their stories and to support the vaccine. It's very important. And some people they say we will be sick or taking or we have like a fever or something like that. I think this is the normal procedure for any vaccine, not just the COVID-19 vaccine. Even if you are taking a vaccine for the fever, and not to have a flu, um, you will get fever. So fever, it's sometime I heard some doctors they says it's a good sign that your body is responding to the vaccine and taking the effect in your body, and this is just a temporary fever, so it's normal. If it's not normal, then no government will, even the advanced government who respect the human rights and respect people rights, they will not approve it if there is like a risk on people. So all the factors says vaccines is safe, all people should take it. But as I said, I believe that the vaccine should be optional, not mandatory for people, no force, because no force, no government allowed to force people to take an option, but you are forced to protect other people, and especially your family and your lovers. No believe in vaccine, you don't want to take vaccine, you are scared to take vaccine, any reasons, then wear a mask, protect other people until the pandemic over.
Okay, Hamzos, we're wrapping up now. So, what will be your final words as we wrap up? What will be your words of encouragement to citizens, to government, to community members? This is a time where no one is safe until everyone is safe. And I like what you keep saying that if you don't want to take the vaccine, at least wear a mask. But you find people who don't want to take the vaccine and who don't want to wear the mask and who just believe that there is a conspiracy theory somewhere. So, what would be your final words of advice to everyone? Because everyone is involved in this right now.
I think in Nigeria they already lost more than 2,000 people, and I'm sure these people they have lovers and they have families. In Iraq, we lost more than 17,000 people since the pandemic began. So let's learn the lessons. Let's protect the other peoples. Don't be the lesson. Take the vaccine or wear mask now before you lost somebody you love, and then maybe you realize you were wrong, but the time's over. You lost what you love, your people and your family. So it's very important to protect your family now and take the vaccine as soon as possible, and don't scare and don't be afraid. I took the vaccine back in March, and all my family do that, and I will do that the same for my kids when the vaccine available for their ages. So there is no scare, and always trust the science, trust the people who they are trying to protect us and provide and to have a healthy community. Your protection, it's my protection. That's why I'm here. If I don't care to be online on the TV, I will not do anything. But my responsibility to be with Emmanuel, to join his voice, to join his message, and to share the trusted news to Nigerian people, to our people in the world.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hamzos. I'll come back in a bit to let you greet one or two people that you want to, but let me also bring in Joy to say her last words of greetings, her last word, her take, her advice on everyone. You've heard Hamzos talk about how the community, government, citizens have to play their own role in making sure that we all fight this, because the truth is no one is safe until everyone is safe. So your final words now, Joy. What's the final words to all categories of people that you want to address as we wrap up the program right now?
Okay, thank you one more time for this opportunity. Thanks for the conversation so far. Um, at Search for Common Ground, we don't push people or tell people take the vaccine or don't take the vaccine. But one message we preach is people should have access to trusted source of information, and people should not be on their own being able to what make that decision, take that decision. So my final word to each and every one of us will be, while we're waiting for the government to be able to come to the space where we want to see the government, let's learn to also take responsibility. Try to also verify information. Try to know the trusted source of information. Try to have the right information and share with people around your sphere. So be the government of your own community. Be the government of your office. Be the government of where you live. Find out the right information, find out the trusted source of information and share with people. That way will also be helping the government. Ask yourself as a person, what am I contributing to the growth of the nation? So as a person, also own the process and try to find out the real information of COVID-19. Don't just accept what you see at first on the social media space and begin to push it out. Try to verify every information before you accept that as a norm. And once you verify that you've gotten the right information, please share with the next person also, because you might be saving a life by sharing the right information. So from Search for Common Ground, we're all about pushing accurate information about COVID-19. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, Joy. So finally, Hamzoz, who would you like to be sending your greetings to in the next for the next 30 seconds as we wrap up?
Yeah, I don't want to talk more, but please stay safe. And thanks for your initiative, Amanuel. Thanks for you are doing your efforts. Your message is not about based how many people they are watching now, but you are leaving an important message on social media, on Facebook. So people that were getting, they will listen to Joy, they will listen to me and to your messages and to the commenters. And I see there's too many positive messages, but the community maybe hesitate, maybe also the government, they are not taking their responsibility to provide the vaccine to everyone in a transparent way. But it's important to keep going, and I think we will pass the pandemic. We are getting our life back soon.
Wow. Thank you so much, Hamza. Let me come to Joy as she says her final words. Joy, who would you like to send your greetings to in the next 30 seconds?
Greetings to everyone out there. Stay safe, stay informed. COVID-19 is real. That's just my message. Stay safe, stay informed, and always remember that COVID-19 is real. Thank you.
Okay, that's the much we can have today. Thanks to everyone who joined us. This is a Tuesday's edition of Shagalinku TV, and we're live from Mina in Niger State. Sorry, it's a bit noisy here, but it's a public space, so we can't control the noise here, but we just thought to bring it out since we're in Mina and not in Kano. And we've been talking about how effective strategies for advancing us for COVID-19 intake. Yeah, a lot of people are still hesitant. I have done my second jab, so yes, and I encourage everyone, like Hamzoz has said, if you can't take the vaccine, please obey and observe all the protocols. Wear a mask, always sanitize, and all of that. No one is safe until everyone is safe. So it's everyone's business. I want to thank everyone who joined us. Particularly, we thank Joy from Search for Common Ground in Nigeria. We're supposed to have a lab, but somehow they are in a reflection meeting, and so he's very busy right now. Even Joy had to sneak out to be a guest on the show today. So we truly, truly appreciate all the staff and management of Search for Common Ground Nigeria, and actually Search for Common Ground all across the globe. Thank you all for the support, and yes, to all the influencers for change, which Hamzoz is also one of them. Thank you all for all the work you do. May humanity remember your labor of love. And also thanks to Hamzoz. He's so many hours away from Nigerian time, but he decided to stay awake just to be a guest on the show. And every time we call him, This is the second time he's been on the show, and every time we reach out to him to be a guest, he's always ready to be there for us. Thank you so much. And everyone who will watch after the show, do remember to subscribe to all our social media channels. It is at Shagalenko TV. We're streaming live on both Facebook Live and also on YouTube. The videos will be here after the show on YouTube and Facebook, so you can watch. We have our viewers across the globe who watch when they wake up. It's still early mornings or night in some places, and when they wake up, they watch. And most interestingly, the feedback they give us is so overwhelming. So we thank all of you for finding time to always join us. Thank you all. My name is Police Ambassador Emmanuel Dabari. I have one message here. I'll just read quickly and then I'll sign off. This one says, thank you so much for sharing such a vital information. I really learned a lot. This is from Chinyere Rita in Enugu. And thanks to everyone who sent us messages. Keep your messages coming, even after the video and after the show. It also helps us to evaluate and also bring our guests back. So once again, my name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, urging all of you and everyone to stay safe and enjoy the rest of the Tuesday. Till I see you all, God willing, on Saturday for a fresh edition of the program. Take care of yourselves and bye-bye.